Good morning, everyone. I'll just check my group and see that I'm live. Yes, we are. I'll just move my camera a little bit that way. See if that's right. I usually go the wrong way. Yes, I did. I'll just tip it a little bit. I can never work this out every week. I can see we might just go this way. Has to be right sooner or later. Say hi if you're watching. I'll keep going that way. I don't want to go too far, probably because I've got it up so high. I thought last week's video was a little bit blurry, so I decided to lift it up a little bit, see if that helps. And we shall go a little bit that way. Laura likes to get everything straight. That's better. Still needs to go that way. I'm just waiting for people to come on so you can chat amongst yourselves. Say hi if you're watching. I'll just, actually I'll turn the volume down on my iPad, otherwise you're going to hear everything I say in the background. That one there, all good. And we're all good. That's close enough. Good morning, Trudy. You have sunshine, we have cloud. You've passed it on up here. I know my daughter's at a market today and she said it was drizzling rain when she started, but the sun's out now, but it's still cloudy here. So you've sent it up this way. Good morning from Canada, Annette. Good morning, Diane. I'll just move my laptop around a little bit so I can see it properly. Good morning, Carmel. Nerida. Good morning. Jenny. Good morning. Laptop died, so watching on the phone. Good morning. My laptop occasionally plays up, but it's all good at the moment. Good morning, Beth. Nice to have everyone on. And we have from Parks, Gay. Hi, good morning. I think it's a bit better. I lifted my camera up a bit because last week I thought it was a bit blurry, and I think that's because it was down so low. I did record, I record my YouTube videos ahead of time, and I did 2 yesterday ahead. And the second one, I scheduled it to go post on a certain date. And I got up this morning and people had already commented on it. And for some reason, the schedule didn't set. I'm not sure why. That's happened once before. People are not supposed to see it for a couple of weeks. But it was, it had gone live overnight. So I quickly reset it so they won't see it for a couple of weeks now. Good morning, Marilyn from New Zealand. Good morning, Kat from the USA. Rosebud, Victoria. Chris, good morning. I hope you can all hear me well, or hear me at all. This is the card we're doing today. I'm just going to start, because I upload my lives to YouTube now, I do my little spiel at the beginning, so people that are not in my group will still see all my details. Much clearer this morning. I know I've got a little bit of a gap over the side here, but it's fine. It will be good. I'll fix that next week. I keep forgetting my camera's on the left side of my iPad, so that's where it's showing from. Good morning, Judy Smith from Melbourne. Sue Lowe. Sherry from Kansas. Brenda Horgan, Horgan, from the UK. You would be early morning, Brenda, in the UK. Maybe you're not sleeping at the moment, because I know UK is totally opposite to us. Good morning, Naomi. Hi, Annette. It's cloudy here today. Hope you're having a good morning. I'm off to a card class this afternoon. A friend of mine does them on a Saturday afternoon, which suits me fine, so I'm toddling off to that. She's been off for a little while. She had hip replacement, and so she hasn't done any for this year. I don't think she's started up. She's starting up this afternoon, so I shall toddle along to that. It's nice to go to someone else's card class and sit there and just create instead of having to prep everything. Although I do like prepping my own, my classes and stuff. Good morning from London, another one that's up late. Mary, nice to have you on. We will get started. I've got lots of people on, and I'm sure you don't want to listen to me saying good morning to everyone. Some of you, it's Friday evening. I think in the US, you're Friday evening, so we shall get started. I'll just introduce myself. My name's Laura Stranks, and I'm admin for this group, as you should know by now. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Brisbane. I've got a Facebook page called Cards by Laura. You'll just see all my cards that I do at my classes, workshops, videos, all of those. I just post them in there for people that follow along on that page. There's no PDFs or files or anything in that page. My Facebook group, if you're watching now, you're in the group, is called Laura's Craft Room Tips and Tutorials. We've got over 20,000 members. Not everybody is active in the group. I wish a lot more would be. The group is about sharing your creations. It doesn't have to be Stampin' Up! Products. It can be any products, but I just love seeing everyone share. It's a really nice feeling. If you do decide, if you've got any friends that you wish to invite into the group, just let them know when you invite them that there are 2 questions in there that they need to answer. One, why they want to join the group, and also that they agree to the rules. If they don't see those questions on the device that they're on, ask them to go to a different device. If you're on your phone, sometimes you don't see the questions on your phone. Go to maybe an iPad or a PC. And my YouTube channel, which I will upload this video to it, is called Creative Gems. A while back, Facebook decided that you could only keep your live videos for 30 days. I do pin them to the featured tab, but after 30 days they will drop off. So I now upload them to YouTube so that they stay there forever. And I'd also put in brackets after the header name, the name of the card, live replay. So you can pick the ones that I've done a live for. So that is all of that. Beth, Friday evening for me, yes. And Christine, good morning from Lockwood, Victoria. Excuse if I haven't said hello to everybody, but I will catch you later. Sharon. If you private message me, if you know how to do that, it's called Creative Gems. I haven't got anything here at the present that shows you. It's got a diamond, a blue diamond on it. If you go into YouTube and type Creative Gems, you'll find it. It's there's a blue diamond as my logo thing on it. But if you don't find it, just private message me and I shall send you the link. Not a problem, because all the videos are there. And then the videos, there is in the description box is all the measurements, but if you want the PDF, they're in the files tab in this group. So if you need the PDF, you need to be in the group as well, which you're already in the group, so you just need to find my videos. But private message me, that's not a problem. Good morning, Beverly, and good morning, Sharon. Oh, that's Sharon that's asking for the link. But yes, after my video today, when I'm finished, if you private message me if you can't find it. So today's card is called the Double Collar Fold. A few people have put this up a few weeks ago now. I've decided I'm only going to do one today, but I've got the measurements up. You would have found the measurements in the featured tab. I pinned them there through the week. there's the US measurements and Australian. So it depends where you live, which one you want. I will go through the difference when we do it. I'm going to do the Australian one this morning. Strange that, because I do live in Australia. But I will explain. It's pretty much the same except for the measurements, but the concept is the same. So I'll show you how to do both. So we will need this. These are your measurements here. I'm going to go through these measurements here. As you can see, they'll line up with these. So if you've already cut your pieces, just go to the US measurements if you're from the US. For here, thank you. Rachel, good morning. Nice to have you all on. Okay, we shall get started. Now, the colours I've chosen, I'm going to use Melon Mambo, this one. If you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, all these colours have got different names. This is my main base, which is 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. The difference between US and Australia, that's the Australian one. The US one is shorter but wider. So you can see from here, I've already scored that, but I will tell you the measurements for the scoring in a minute. So as you can see, it's longer that way, but it's wider this way. So that's the difference between US and Australia. That's that piece. My DSP, you'll need 3 pieces. One, now they're all the same pattern. 5 5/8 by 2 1/2, and they're your measurements up there for the other one. And 2 pieces at 5 5/8 by 1 1/2. That's those 2 there. Make sure you pick a pattern that you like both sides, or that both sides. Sometimes you get a paper that the back side doesn't coordinate with the front. So just make sure you get something that you like both sides and that coordinates together. So that's those 2. The greetings. I've got some greetings cut. I'll show you those in a minute. My inside white piece is 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. That's there. My inside white for this one is 5 1/4 by 4. And as you can see, it's longer but wider. And then I've got 2 strips. I haven't listed those, but they're just 1/2 inch wide. No, I didn't put them on there. They're 1/2 inch. Hang on, I'll measure these. They're just going on that one. I've just put 1 at the bottom. It's up to you where you want to put them. I've just got 1 on that one. I didn't show you the insides of these. This one I've got 2 down this way. They're just 1/2 inch wide. And this one I'm going to put them top and bottom, and they're 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch by whatever the width of your white is. That's 3 7/8, which is this measurement here. So I've got 2 of those. They're going to go top and bottom on that. So you can put, if you don't want to stamp inside or stamp an image or a greeting, I always just cut a couple of strips of DSP, and it coordinates with the front of your card. So that's those pieces. I'll show you the greetings after. So we shall put that aside. Those measurements will be in the description box after I upload it to YouTube, so you don't need to write them down, or you could have taken a screenshot. Now, what do we need first? We shall score our base. Good morning, Corinne. Nice to have you on. So this one here, I'll get my other measurements. I'll show you the paper. No, I won't show you the paper. I'll explain it as I go, what I'm using. This one here is the US one. It's from the Florals in Bloom paper pack. It's in the annual catalogue. And the other one, this one here, is in Lovely Garden. And it's an online exclusive, that one, if you're into Stampin' Up. And today's one is the Garden, Lovely Garden as well, this one that I'm using today. It's a different paper in that pack. So, with your long side at the top, and I'll give you the measurements scoring for US as I go. This one here is at 4 1/8, which is halfway along that top side. So you're going to just score that in half. for the US, you will score it at 4 1/4. So if you want to jot that down while you're going, it will be in the PDF. I've got both measurements in the PDF, so you don't probably need to write them down. So that's all of that you'll need for that. I've put both measurements on the PDF, so that should help you. And we'll go this way. We're just going to fold that in half and burnish it. Now, we'll do the inside last. We'll leave that aside. We need our wider piece here. It's going down the centre. I'm just going to eyeball it. You could measure either side if you wish. You've got a little 1/8 inch border top and bottom there, and we're just going to adhere that down the centre of the front of the card, like that. If you've got directional paper, make sure you get the direction in the right, facing the right way. So we'll put this down and we shall get some glue. Let me know if you've got any questions as we go. Put that aside. Not too much glue that it's going to ooze out everywhere. I come in just a little bit from the edge. And we shall place this down the centre as best we can. You could measure if you want to, as I mentioned, but I'm just going to eyeball it over a little bit. Doesn't have to be exact, it'll still work out the same. Still over a little bit, it's about centre. So just adhere that down the centre. If you did another mat underneath this, it would be that length and out to the edge, and then you could make this another 1/8 of an inch smaller, but I haven't done mats on them. I don't think it needs it. It's quite busy at the front anyway. So that's that piece. Now this is the only these two pieces on mine, because it's the length is where was my measurements? I'll go from this 5 5/8. So rather than trying to work, I need to find out halfway, and halfway on the inner side. They're going to go here. Pull that down a bit. They're going to go here, and you need to mark halfway on this inner side piece. So all I'm going to do is fold that in half and give it a little pinch there. Then open it up and put a pencil mark. It's much, much easier than trying to, and the same with this one. Don't crease it right the way across, just fold it even in half there. Give it a little pinch there, like so. I think I've already got pencil marks there anyway, which I did do. So that's how you do those. With the US, because it's an even measurement, it is, where's my US? US. 5 1/4. So 2 5/8 is half. So you could measure 2 5/8 down. You can do it exactly the same way as the Australian. Just pinch it there and then mark it with a pencil. Or if you want to be exact, that should still come out exact. But you can do it this way and measure down 2 5/8, and that will be your halfway mark. It's only that the Australian one is ends up a 1/16 or something, and that's why it's a little bit more difficult to find the centre. So just pinching it will be fine. So what you're going to do, make sure those pencil lines are in the centre. Just flip them this way for now. And we're going to put a strip of tear and tape down that outside edge. Now, there's my pencil mark there. I want it on the underside opposite the pencil mark. So I'm just going to put one strip of tear and tape. You could use liquid glue, but I find this is a little bit more non-messy, as you would think. If that's, where's my scissors? So just make sure it's the opposite side to where you've put that pencil mark. So my pencil mark's here, which I ended up putting it on the wrong side. Oh, wait on. Yes, I have. That's all right. What I show, oh, and then my flowers upside down. I can move my pencil mark we shall just move the pencil mark. No right or wrong here. I didn't even look at that. I'll put my pencil mark over this side. And we'll rub out the other one. It's got to be opposite the pencil mark. So we don't need that one. So my pencil mark is going inwards and the tear and tape's on the outside. If you've got non-directional paper, it's going to work out fine. This is not directional. Oh, it is sort of, because the flowers need to be up the right way. So we shall work this one out properly this time. My flowers will go this way. They don't have to line up in the middle because they're not up against each other here. So my pencil mark's there. I'm going to put the tear and tape on this side this time. Get it right, Laura. If you do it wrong, just flip it around and put your pencil mark over the other side, your halfway mark. Laura always makes an oops. I was trying to do a card yesterday. It was quite complicated. I'm trying to simplify it, but Laura made such a mistake, such a lot of mess ups. The first one, lucky I did it on scrap because it ended up in the bin. Now, these, you're going to take the backing off that. I'll just take the backing off. Where's my pick tool? Oh, right here in front of me. Take the backing off your tear and tape and place this down the outside edge. Now I'm lining it up with the bottom here where the DSP is at the bottom, and do your 1/8 of an inch down the sides and just adhere it down. So this side is not stuck down, and the same with this one. We'll take the back off that. And we'll put that down that side. So you only need that one strip to hold it down. Don't go sticking it all the way across. So that one will go down that side. Good morning, Jenny. So far we've got that. Now, what you need to do, just put your finger here with this pencil mark, and you're going to bend this back, but you only need up here in line. See, you've got this underneath here, if you can see that there. You only need to bend it back as far as that point on the outside. If you go too far back, you're going to end up with this piece here, the base of your card showing. So you just need to get this point here. So on the Australian one, you'll see here, it doesn't go right out to the edge, but because the US one is a different size, it goes right out to the edge here. So it's a little bit different fold. So make sure that corner piece there where you're going to press down on an angle is just level with that edge of that DSP underneath, and that will go down without ripping it. Don't rip it, Laura. You've got to be very gentle. It's going to get covered, so don't worry too much if that's gone a little bit tear, but I'm going to put my greeting across, so don't worry if it's a little bit messy in the centre, because you will not see it. Now you're going to do that on all four corners. So this one here, it's coming from here, and just bend it to that outside edge of that underneath piece. And we'll go down, we'll get this bit down first. Just go gentle with it, like so. Now we'll flip it upside down because it's easier to work with. And we're going to go from here, bend it across, get your bottom piece in down first, because that's because it's so narrow, it's easy to, it's harder to get it in the right spot. That one's good. And burnish that. And the last one, bend it across, put your finger there, crease that bottom bit first, bring this back so that the crease, where you're bending it there, needs to be just on that edge of that underneath piece. if anyone's got any questions, let me know. Good morning, Lee from Adelaide. So that's how it should look. So for the US one, you'll find that it does come right out to the edge here, and I've got the same point there right to the corner of that DSP that's underneath, the pattern paper that's underneath. So that's those four. Now we're going to pop some dimensionals underneath those flaps or folds right back in against the thing so that it will not show. This just gives it a little bit of texture on the front of your card, a little bit of height. So pop one of those, only needs one right up in that top corner out of the road. Take the backing off and pop that down. And right up close to the crease line there. And that one. It's not going to be too bulky because you've still got your greeting, which I'm putting up on dimensionals as well. And if you get a paper that's got a really distinct contrast from one side to the other, it shows up much better. See these two with the black and the grey, quite a difference in contrast to the background. So just get your glue, because you really don't need all that sitting up. Just lift that up and put a little bit of glue under there. Doesn't need much, just to hold it down. And the same on that side. It's probably not necessary, but because your greeting's going to hold it down, but you don't want it sticking up. I've just put a little bit of glue under the centre of that. That's all it needs. So that's the base done. I can see my camera is moving. Just a minute and I'll see if I can fix that. I know it moves because of the arm. Let's see if I can just bear with me for a sec. That's better. I need to get a new arm, I think. Yes, it will go that way. I forgot to have a look. I knew it was, no, wrong way. I'd be hopeless at reversing a trailer because I know I'd go the wrong way. Yes, Jenny, I've got the petunia glue, but I haven't got a lot of strength in my hand, and holding that the gun type thing that it's the glue's in, it gets quite heavy. I do use it for fine detailed stuff, but not with the lighter I've got in my hand, the better for me. I get a lot of sore in here. I think it's because of how much crafting I do, but yes, I do have the petunia glue. Sharon, just about 30 minutes ago. I'll just have a look. Someone had trouble getting on. Sharon Matthews. Just trying to find Sharon. Yes, you need to just Google. I know in the US it's around, it depends where you live, I suppose, in the US. It's early evening, like 6 or 7 o'clock, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. But if you Google what time it is, I do the same time every week. So if you go on and type in Google and just find out what time it is, add your time at the time when you're looking for it. Just put in what time is it in Australia, and you can see the difference in time. I do my lives at the same time every Saturday morning, so hopefully, yeah, we did start. Yes, we started at 9, so it's pretty much 30 minutes ago now. So whatever time you're watching now, just go back 30 minutes, and that's when I started. I know it's not easy when you're in a different country to work out the time difference. I know New Zealand is 2 hours ahead because I've been to New Zealand. And I know it's 9 o'clock over there. I think it's at 11. I think it's 2 hours difference. I'm just putting these couple of strips on. Just get my tweezers. Put these top and bottom. Just leave a bit of a border. So your concept for the US one, so long as you've got your measurements right, it's exactly the same assembly. I'll have to keep watching my camera that it doesn't keep moving. I think when I wriggle it around a lot, I might get my hubby to have a look at it. Mother's Day's already gone, so I can't get a new... I need to find an excuse to get a present for myself. My birthday's gone, Mother's Day's gone. So I'm just putting this on the inside. Whoops, over there. And that one in there. It's really hard to find a decent glue that's not going to fall apart. Your cards are not going to fall apart in 6-12 months' time. I do like the liquid glue, and I do like the seal, Stampin' Seal that Stampin' Up have. That it's not that good at the moment. It keeps splitting, and it's hard to get off the roll. I was reading a post in a different group the other day how a lady, she just kept throwing them in the bin because you order your refills, like you don't want to run out of a refill, so you're ordering it a couple of months ahead to make sure you've got stock on hand. You can't just order it at the last minute. And because it's out of, well, not out of date, but they only guarantee them for 90 days. So if you don't complain in the 90 days, then you can't get a replacement. They don't give cash back. They don't refund your money. They'll give you another one. Well, what's the good of another one if the first one didn't work? So it's a catch-22. I'm trying to find a different seal that works properly because they're so expensive to just throw away. These, this is my greeting for the front. I've done the 3 colours. They are from the Deckled Circled dies. I'm not sure if they're online. If they're not online, then they're retired. I'm not sure which ones are retiring. I know there's a few that are retiring. And that's just going to sit in the middle there. I'm going to pop it up with dimensionals as well. Wherever I put them. Right here in front of me. 6 p.m. in the US. Yes, that's what I thought, Corinne. Is that when I start at 6 p.m. yours? I thought it was around 6 p.m. When I start at 9, it'll be 6 p.m. over there, and that's central. I know you've got different areas here. We've got different areas here. Western Australia is 2 hours. I think it's 2 hours behind us. I remember when I used to work, go to work, and I would have to phone. I was in the accounts department, and I would have to phone companies for queries on their invoices not paid and stuff. And when I had to phone a company in WA, I had to make sure it was around 11 o'clock because one morning I phoned at 8 o'clock my time here, and it was only 6 o'clock over there. And someone answered the phone, and I said, oh, I need to talk to so-and-so. And she said, oh, you've got the cleaner here. They don't come in for another 2 hours. I thought, oops, I think I phoned a bit early. So I think a lot of countries have different time zones, which we do here as well. I think Northern Territory is a bit different. South Australia, I know, is different. All down the East Coast is the same time. These here are called flower accents. They're peel and stick. Very, very pretty. Such a sparkle on them. So I'm going to scatter some around on this for my decoration. Pick tool. I'll just use the little ones, I think. Yes. I'll put a couple on this. These are so pretty. They're just so bright. I think that will be enough. Actually, no. Laura loves decorating. I'll put some up here. So I hope I haven't burbled on too much, and I hope you understood the difference between US and Australia. Different measurements. It's easy to do, John. Good morning and thanks for joining. So easy to do, and it doesn't matter if you don't get your pieces in the middle exactly right. Well, the fold is okay. I didn't even rub out the pencil marks. I forgot about those, but you're not going to see them anyway. You can put any sort of greeting on the front, as you can see. Just move all that aside. Different inside. That's my US one, which is a bit shorter but a bit wider. So that's all inside, just a bit different. And that's today's. No other questions. Thanks, Corinne. Thanks, Gay. I hope you enjoyed that. I shall fix my camera next week. Oh, that's fine at the moment. It hasn't moved anywhere. Probably about to. That was nice and quick this morning. I've got another one ready for next week, a different fold again. So I hope you enjoy that. And have a lovely week. Carol, it's 8:30 South Australia time. Got it now. Or SA time. I'm not sure what that is in the US. Thank you. Thanks for that. Thank you, Mary. And Annette, thank you. I shall go. Everyone's saying thank you now, so I shall go. I'll pin the video to the featured tab, so you've got it right away. But just remember, it'll drop off. Oh, I meant to show you where I got this happy birthday. It's from this new set, Year of the Flowers. It's a really pretty little tiny happy birthday. There's all these flowers. The only thing with these flowers, I wish they would have not put the month on them. Put the month separate, that you can stamp it separate, but they've got them alongside each flower. I know that. But if you want to make a card for someone with just a flower, you've got and if you don't know their birth month, then you're stuck with the month on it. So, but I do like the happy birthday on here, and there's some other lovely greetings. That's where that one came from. That's it from me. I shall catch you all again next. What did you use for the yellow centre? Oh, those dies. They are, I'll show you. It might be a retired one, actually. Yes. It's these ones here. Thoughtful Expressions. It's a retired set, and it came with those dies. This one here is Textured Notes. The dies out of the Textured Notes stamp set. The dies come with that. They're all different size rectangle frames for that. But that's the yellow one there. We don't have daylight saving here, so it's only 4:45 p.m. Friday. Yeah, we're finished with daylight saving. We only have it up until April, I think it is, end of April. Thank you. Have a lovely weekend, and I'm off to I'll do all my tidying up bits, and I shall see you next week. I'm off to a card class. Bye for now.